My name is Judy, and I'm a compulsive gambler.
It took Judy a long time to admit she had a problem that left her desperate, lonely, and broke.
I had borrowed against my home. I had borrowed against my truck. I had borrowed against anything that they would let me to. And I sold anything that wasn't nailed down, just so that I could continue to play.
It started out innocently enough when she was 21, a yearly trip to Vegas with friends, but in February 2007, it all changed.
It was my family's business, and my parents decided to sell and retire, and it had been a part of my life ever since I was a little kid.
She had it all, no debt and lots of money in the bank, but the job she loved so much was suddenly gone, and now Judy had a secret.
I escaped completely into another world that when I went into a casino and closed that door, everything else ceased to exist. I absolutely positively could leave all my problems at the door.
At the same time, poker, Texas Hold'em, began its rise to popularity. Judy became obsessed, taking free classes to learn how to play, even meeting some of the best poker players in the world in person. Soon, she was addicted, spending hours, even days at a time at the casinos nearby. But soon, that wasn't even enough.
At the time, I started playing in illegal poker games around Wichita, and that became a nightly thing. Like I was at the Wild Wild West. Anything went, anything goes. We would play for thousands of dollars a hand.
Before she knew it, Judy was borrowing from loan sharks, people who were looking for her, following her, wanting their money back. Judy was in deep trouble.
By June 10th of 2008, I was dead broke. I absolutely couldn't borrow one more penny.
Judy is one of hundreds of thousands of Kansans who face a gambling addiction. Stephanie Roberts is the past chairman of the South Central Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force. She also counsels addicts and their families.
Unfortunately, it's a very addictive activity, and even near losses help addict the brain to wanting to do it more often.
Judy kept her secret for more than a year, calling it as addictive as drugs.
This was my drug of choice, and when I was in action, I would have done anything to keep that action going.
Her addiction took over. Judy lost everything she owned.
Well, on June 10, 2008, I felt like I was the worst person on the planet.
Suicide crossed her mind, but Judy decided to pick up the phone and make a call. Judy says a counselor at the other end of the Problem Gamblers helpline saved her life. Judy had lied to and pushed aside her family, who never knew she needed help.
They had no idea, and they were shocked. And I became very, very open and honest with my family and my true friends. They have absolutely just been tremendously supportive.
Roberts says there are two types of gamblers: escape gamblers and action gamblers like Judy.
Escape gamblers, often there may be some underlying trauma or grief or loss issues that lead to someone substituting activities at a casino slot machine in order to escape the feelings that they're having. Action gamblers, they really like the intensity, the challenge, and the risk involved with the card playing or the sports betting.
A task force was formed several years ago when Kansas lawmakers voted to allow casino gambling in the state. The idea was to be proactive in preventing problem gambling.
By being proactive and helping people to be proactive in their own prevention within their own mind, then we will see from that basis the result will be relatively low rates of all of the problem behaviors that are addressed.
The task force works in and with the community to make people aware that this addiction is out there and people have a place to go if they need help. Judy, like so many addicts, showed signs counselors say are a warning for not only the gambler, but their friends and family. These are the warning signs: lying about gambling, borrowing money from friends or family, running up credit card debt, neglecting responsibilities, preoccupied with gambling, conflicts in relationships with friends, family, or employer, betting money set aside for food, rent, or car payment, Gambling is an escape because you are sad, lonely, stressed, or angry, wanting to stop gambling but can't, making more bets to win back lost bets, and being irritated or restless when you are not able to gamble.
Always a challenge, though, and it's very necessary that you begin asking the right questions and you begin checking out the facts for yourself. You need to check your credit report. You need to check with the credit card companies. You need to make sure that you get the mail once in a while so that you can see what debt is really out there.
Problem gamblers not only hurt themselves, but their addiction affects family members, work associates, and friends. Robert says it's not just casinos that are a problem for addicts. Sports betting, internet gambling, lottery, and even apps on smartphones can be just as problematic. Robert says gambling addiction can even begin in teenagers.
We've had cases where in this area where we've had ninth graders or groups of high schoolers who get together for Texas Hold'em or are using bookies to bet on sports events.
Judy wants to know if you have an addiction to gambling. You are not alone. Help is available 24/7 through a national helpline at 1-800-522-4700. In Kansas, treatment is available to problem gamblers and anyone affected by their gambling. Simply call the hotline number to be referred to a Kansas certified gambling counselor who can provide treatment and counseling services at no out-of-pocket cost. Judy did, and now she's studying to become a compulsive gambling counselor herself and is a member of the task force.
This is a disease. It attacks only some of us and we don't know why, but this is a disease and it's not something that you deserve. It's something that you have to treat. And without treatment, this disease can kill.
If you or a family member needs help, call 1-800-522-4700. Help is just a phone call away.